at the same time every morning. Walk the same streets. Do the same job. Watch the same programs. Get motivated by the same pleasures. Or don't. Then die. Humanity is the most advanced physical form of the evolutionary process. Throughout history, we have achieved scientific miracles, turned the philosophy to find meaning, and engineered technologies to make life easier. But in doing so, we have completely severed our connection to nature through the artificial reality we have built. A journey that began with great promise evolved into a thirst for power and an obsession with security. Eventually it stalled, trapped in a cycle of fake comfort, monotony, and the corruption that follows. Some associate corruption only with religion. But in truth, corruption is the act of accepting dogma and prepackaged values without ever questioning them. Today, you might hear it masked as sacred. People use the untouchable label as a sedative for their own helplessness. As time passes, people become addicted to cultures where they can no longer ask why, to beliefs they accept out of ancestral fear, to jobs whose only motivate is survival, to media outlets feeding them synthetic dopamine, and to AI that thinks on their behalf. Because of this corruption, people live for states that are supposed to serve them. They toil endlessly for families built on societal pressure, and they reach off the end of their lives having achieved nothing but survival. Then comes the regret, but it's too late. They blend their past with fantasies, starting stories with "back in my day." Most of it's a lie. The subtext is either a confession of regret or bitter wish. I suffered, so you should too. They want to sustain the cycle of corruption just to console their own vested lives. Corruption is a blindfold. It's a terrifying dystopia imposed by those who can see nothing but their own darkness. That's why they try to blindfold you too. But for someone who has seen the light, the darkness is unbearable. This is what they can call the generation gap today. This is why those who question, those who challenge the wrongs, the white rabbits, don't easily find a place in society. How did we get here? Once, humans lived in harmony with nature, free and collective. There was no concept of ownership. The land was shared, the food was shared. Then the herds grew. Tribes become settlements, nations, and countries. Suddenly, researchers belonged to the herd called it the state. This ownership birthed conflicts. We started killing each other. This is why no other species survived except Homo sapiens. To sustain the masses, the agricultural revolution began. Land was partitioned. Ownership became a privilege. Since one person couldn't tend a field alone, for the first time, one human came under the command of another. This is where slavery was born. Systematic slavery was perfected in Mesopotamia, Egypt and Rome. God kings and divinely appointed rulers took over. Those who built the pyramids weren't work for the gods. They were chained for the pharaoh's immortality. In Rome, watching people die for entertainment was normal. Humans had become toy for one another. Then came the Middle Ages. Landowners were called lords. Kings continued to rule in the name of a new god, a god who forbade questioning. Those who taught, those who challenged were burned alive. Scientists, pagans, who saw nature as sacred, and independent women labeled as witches were hunted. Knowledge was cursed. Humanity lost its memory to the books burned in the name of God. Today's civilization only exists because of the books rescued from the Library of Alexandria, the Wisdom of Hermes. With the Industrial Revolution, slavery got a new name, the worker. Chains were replaced by working hours, sleepless nights, and insurance premiums. Conditions were brutal. Children died in factories. Women raced against machines. Modern slavery had been invented. In the 20th century, control moved from the body to the mind. Propaganda, nationalism, ideologies, television. The masses were steered. They were told which word to believe in, what to worship, and whom to love, using their own invented values to justify for the slaughter. Then, as if nothing happened, the era of peace began. In the 21st century, slavery went digital. Social media likes, algorithms, engagement addiction. The chains are invisible now because they are inside our minds. People live like cogs in a machine under the illusion of happiness. And now we have entered in age of AI. There is no longer need for humans to use their minds. Our minds haven't just been chained. They have been stolen by corporations. This coincides with the end of peace era, leading to creation of dangerous technologies. Tomorrow, humans might not even be slaves. We might simply be classified as useless due to our genetic heritage of complements. The technology we created serve us will soon be the one giving us tasks unless we wake up. To be human was to think, to question, to create, to feel, to connect. But we have become robots mimicking humans. We learn what to eat from ads, what to wear from labels, and whom to love from algorithms. And then we claim these are our own thoughts. They invent the concept of will so that everyone spends a lifetime chasing the same unreachable things. Being original has become dangerous because our ancestors left us a legacy where difference means conflict. It's reached a point where people create fake IDs for strangers they don't even know. They have traded their essence just to be accepted. And finally, we lost everything that makes a human human. Don't you know what we are now? A job title, a label, a gender, an age bracket, a social media profile. But there is no soul, no essence, no awareness. You are only as valuable as your productivity, your spending, and your consumption. This is the simplicity the authorities forced upon us. They tried to categorize us, and for the most part, they succeeded. We will break this cycle together. To do this, we must realize our true selves and strip away societal impositions. Be whatever you want. Act however you choose. I told you before, compromising your soul, just be one of them, is far more terrifying than being an outcast. Now I say, we are already a community of white rabbits, who believe that diversity is built and who refuse to bow down. You are no longer alone. I am Mert Tamtürk. I am at war with corruption.